Hello and welcome to CCTV America Weekend Edition. I'm Susan Roberts. We begin in Bangkok, Thailand, where it's been a long night for both the protesters and the Yingluck Shinawatra administration. Tensions are high as the election will get underway in just a few hours. CCTV's Ryan Meltzer is live for us in Bangkok.
Yes, overnight, actually, it was completely calm except for one incident of shooting in the same area where yesterday afternoon's shootout occurred. And in fact, in many parts of Bangkok, there's sort of a strangely festive mood. About 100 yards behind me is one of the main gathering points for the opposition, where they've been camped out for weeks now. And there were still tourists strolling around the area, and there was an impromptu night market set up in what should have been the middle of one of the busiest streets in the city. But clearly there are concerns that there are potential flashpoints like yesterday, that being those areas where people try to stop, and the anti-government protesters try to stop people from voting, especially in government strongholds here in Bangkok and in the country's south, where the opposition are at their strongest. Although the main security agency says they believe this can pass today without any more major incidents of violence.
And so, Ryan, tell us what has been the mood actually among the people outside of the violence?
Sorry, outside of, could you repeat that?
Those who are not directly affected or around the area where the violence is, what has their mood been like leading up?
Yes, it's been quiet, and as I say, quite almost festive in some areas. It seems like business as usual. I mean, the people here in Bangkok are used to all kinds of disruptions. Clearly there's some tension about what could occur today, but overall the mood seems to be, not business as usual. It's a Sunday, it's a quiet morning, but let's get on with it, let's get on with the vote. While the protesters, for their part, are saying that they're going to hold picnics in the middle of the street and basically try to shut down the streets rather than actually attempting to block people from voting.
Ryan, have you heard about any other outlying threats of violence?
I think the main concern is where, if physically the anti-government protesters try to stop people from voting, but that doesn't seem to be their tactic. Instead, what they seem to be doing is trying to blockade the buildings where the ballot boxes and ballot papers are being held to try to prevent those from getting to the polling station. But that's in fact where the shootout occurred yesterday. That was one of those places where they were storing the ballot boxes and ballot papers, and the pro-government supporters, the hardline ones, decided they'd had enough of that, and then they